All right, today we're going to do a geometric abstract style called Architectural Abstraction. Let's check it out. All right, the question of the day is, which religion got heavily involved in geometric art? All right, let's run through the colors. Primary yellow, Indian yellow, twin orange, twin red, pearly red, twin blue, phthalo blue, phthalo green, turquoise phthalo, titanium white, Mars black. Alright, for this layer we're going to add kind of a turquoise blue. I already taped that in. I forgot to tape that part, but I just remember now to start taping. So we'll paint that in, probably add probably a slide on this side, and we'll see where it goes in there. And I altered the angle, so it's going to give a lot more interest and punch to this painting.
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
Alright, we just added kind of the blue layer. I think I'm going to chop it up with some white, kind of punch through these different layers. When we add the next layer, that'll have kind of that background color to fall through into those lines. Alright, we just finished up the white to kind of cut back the layering. What I'm going to add now is kind of a darker red. This is orange, so we're going to use kind of a red mixed with green, so very dark. So we'll contrast these kind of mid-tone values and get a really dark in here. And then after that we'll probably add a kind of a lighter, really light gray, maybe in this orange. Alright, we're back. We just added this kind of, I don't know what color you want to call it, mauve. It's like this, it's quin red with phthalo green, so I'm using really rich, really pigment heavy colors, so I get these really nice colors. It's really light here, I'm not kind of liking that, but what I'm going to do now is add in the white to kind of cut this up, and then after that probably a light blue.
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
For this layer, we just added in a little bit of the white streaks to kind of make a pop. We're going to add a really dark purple to contrast this blue and red layer. So it's kind of it's purple, but it's more on the red side. So we'll see, it'll kind of pull off this color as well.
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
So when Islam came about in the 600 AD, basically 600s after Christianity was formed, at this point it was a very decadent point in the Roman Empire. From the 400s, it was very decadent, and Christianity took over. And Christian art really went abstract, and then it started slowly making its way back to realism. Now, when Muhammad came along, he saw the decadence of Rome and decided to completely eradicate all figurative work of the human body in Islamic art. So what rose out of that, those ashes, so to say, is calligraphy. So that's really famous inside of Islamic art. There's many different styles. Another form is geometric patterns. So they started out with kind of 12, 13-point stars that kind of grow out of the 13-point stars, 12 to 14. And then they grew all the way to, I think, 15 and 16 point stars. So as they got more decadent within their own religion, obviously that's reflected in the architecture itself. And you can see that also in, for example, when they conquered Spain and then they moved slowly down to Granada, it was kind of the decadent end of the Islamic rule within Spain. You can see all the architecture is very extreme geometric patterns, very detailed,
but also not high quality in the sense of materials, but high quality in the sense of details. So as you look into architecture, a lot of times when you see a lot of high detail, it's really at the kind of the decadent point inside of that culture architecturally. And that's the question of the day.
All right, we just finished the painting. Let's take a closer look. So I have this kind of light purple with the contrast with that mauve color. I just added in that dark purple. That should dry darker than what we're seeing here in the film. I got this nice burnt orange quin. It's kind of popping through there, as well as in the corner we got that dark, really dark purple. Overall, I think it's pretty good. I added a lot of complexity this time because I was just noticing, like the last painting I did like this style, I kind of simplified a lot, which is cool, but it just, that painting didn't work. I probably should rework it, but I'm just like, I moved on, you know, move on to the next painting. So I added a lot more complexity. There's a certain amount where I'm just like, uncle, right? There's this other guy, Mort Anderson, I think. He does this super complex geometric style with bubbles and all kind of stuff in there, and it's just super overkill. He's selling really well, so I was thinking, well, maybe I should make it more complex, right? But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna sign it next, and yeah, overall, it's got a really nice color scheme, really nice blues, purples, orange. A little bit different than my typical like pure purple that I use in the dark. So I kind of made that a little bit off with the black, so it's dark, but it doesn't read like purple. Same with the blue, I kind of add a little white to it, so I give it a little bit different blue than I normally use. It's a phthalo blue, I think, with a little bit of white in there, a little bit of turquoise phthalo. So it has a little bit of weird blue color there, which I really like. It's not my typical colors. It's very popping, eye-popping, catchy colors, which, you know, hopefully everyone likes. I like it. I think you have to have a lot of open eyes. Definitely not a plain person kind of painting, but I'm sure there's a customer out there somewhere. Hopefully you guys like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And I'll see you in the next painting. Thanks for watching, guys.